All right, make sure I hit record. Okay.
I don't know if it's better with this light on. I don't think it matters as much with the TV.
Yeah. Although I think they won't be able to see you if you turn the light off.
Okay.
Sorry, am I making it hard?
I'm sorry.
I
Oh,
said,
no,
sorry,
no, I'm just
making it hard.
wrangling everyone in.
Call.
That's right. Then we're going to get started. So I guess what I can start with before Carmen gets in here, do you guys all have list reports? Have you been on the website before?
I have not.
Okay.
I don't have access yet.
Okay. So just yesterday, I signed both of you up. It would have come from Michael though.
Okay, so I should check my email?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. You should both have emails from, I believe, I know it's in Michael's account because I was the one logged in, inviting, making sure everyone knew was
I saw
in
Zoom.
there.
I saw that, but I wasn't sure. Okay.
Yeah. So that'll be the first step for you.
Okay.
And when you go to list reports, this is the home page. We're just going to go to login, agent.
Now, is this the, what does list reports do?
Okay, so that's where we'll start. List
Okay.
reports, Michael, it's a service that Michael Rodriguez is providing for us.
Okay.
He signs up for it, he covers the cost of it, and there's a lot of free features on here
Okay.
for both listings, whether it's a listing appointment, FSBOs. They have a couple things in here for buyers. So there's about like 3 or 4 points that I really want to touch on. Please. I know, Carmen, I know you were on here yesterday and I told Kevin during his training, like, don't steal my thunder. I'm doing list reports. So we're gonna go through a few different features on here, and I would recommend just once you're logged in, playing around on it yourself.
Okay. No.
There's free features, a lot of free features. There are.
You said it as if there's some paid features.
There
as
are,
well
yes.
that we can add on individually to our accounts.
Exactly,
Okay,
as like a
very good.
premium kind of upgrade.
Okay.
I know Kathy Bursey in a couple meetings ago, I talked about how she had used some virtual staging for her big listing that she had. That was through here.
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
Yep. So it was a heavily discounted virtual staging because we belong to this program.
Oh,
So that
okay.
was, yeah, we'll go over that quickly. But what I wanted to start, and so we covered logging in, you'll have the email.
Oh, to sign up?
Yes, you already signed up, right?
Yes, I
Because
am,
you did
yes.
Michael's class. So from the actual homepage, I was in Marketing Kit, so I'm going to take it back a step. From your homepage, the first thing I would start with, once you're logged in, and it's kind of, let me shrink the screen a little here so we can see this.
Is it only available via computer or is it available via iOS? Can you get it on your phone?
That honestly, I'm not sure. I've
Oh,
only,
that's a good question.
yeah, I'll make a note of that and I'll ask, or I'll kind of play around on it.
I'll figure it out right now, right?
Yeah. I don't know this.
But from your phone it would be so hard.
Yeah, and like I said, we can check into that, but I actually messed this up. I need Dave to fix mine. This should be a portrait, and I thought I could resize the logo, and it only took the one I uploaded. So that's why we just see half of our logo in there. After you log in for the first time, what I would suggest is going over to your name, your profile, and just making sure everything is correct. Your title, I had to put that in yesterday. Phone number, I think I signed you all up with your cell phone, but just double check that it's not the office phone number,
Okay.
because when we get to the leads portion, you'll want to get those notifications directly.
Actually, you can do it from your phone. Zoom, right?
Okay.
Looks like it.
Oh, good.
You
Okay.
can. I see why not.
Yeah, and just, make sure your license number's in there.
Okay.
If you want to upload a photo,
Just make sure you're right size.
Yes. I don't know. It's very possible I missed a step and asked me to do that. I just know from here, you can't do anything to it. Company, again, just make sure that everything is correct. So if you're printing flyers, all that information is on there.
Okay.
And I'm not going to spend too much time on that portion, but I just wanted to let you know where those things are.
And this is all in your profile?
It is. So from there, like I said, I don't want to spend too much time. We're going to go back to home. Couple things on this screen, your, kind of your dashboard, any marketing kits that you've created. It'll show, I did one that I didn't open last night that I wanted to have for today. That's why that's there. This feature, Dave had mentioned that you might be able to get the email delivered to you daily. I didn't see that on here, but it's still a cool thing if you want to just set a reminder to either do this every day, every other day. When we talk about having a social media presence that isn't all real estate, that just shows you, as a person, these are kind of fun posts that you can share on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. I believe the new kind of memes go out every day at noon. So if that was something that you're interested in, that's free. Just to have a post go out every day just to keep you on. I know I'm not great at posting on social media on a regular basis. So
Me neither, but I'm
I realized
learning.
that I post a lot of cocktails and I'm like, God, people are going to think I'm an alcoholic. So this is something nice to show, like, hey, I'm still alive, kind of obviously holiday themed with some pumpkin ones on there. You can go back through different days. It gives you a caption that you can copy. You can literally just copy this directly onto your social media to share as your post. You can either download it or just click on share to Facebook and it takes me right into my page. I can just write a note. Who do I want to share it with and post it?
So did you need to?
I didn't have to do anything. When I checked this out for the first time last night, it took me right to this page. I didn't have to sign up any differently.
So it was already.
It was already
linked to your Facebook page.
Or at least knew, because I don't log out of Facebook, that it took me right in. Yep.
Okay.
Can I add something to it? Also, it's good to hashtag.
Yeah, in this one, if I go back over, so we're on, it took me right to Facebook, but if I go back to my list reports, it's already hashtagging certain things in there too.
Yes.
Wow.
So you can,
Really...
I believe you can add to it if you want to change it, but
so otherwise, when it says copy caption, then you grab that, you're actually getting the picture and the hashtags.
So as soon as I went to share on Facebook, it took the picture over to my Facebook.
Okay.
And then if I wanted to copy the hashtag.
Oh, so it'd be a two-step process.
It is.
Excuse me, ma'am. I noticed you're not letting me in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It happens all the time to me. 400 years.
I can't see it when I'm on screen share. I apologize.
You would think so.
Let me stop the screen share for a
Okay,
second.
this happens all the time.
You're not even showing as you're waiting to get into the
Ma'am, I've
meeting.
been waiting. Let me just re-wait since
You're not coming in?
I want to, but I was
Come in here.
Can you come in here? What's the problem?
okay. Let me grab my.
Sorry, guys. Okay. Yep. So it is two-step. When you first hit share to Facebook, it will copy the picture and then you can copy the caption.
Okay, so it's two-step.
It is.
Okay.
Yep. The share to Facebook is just taking the image and then copy caption and paste that into your message.
I was just waiting and waiting out there.
I apologize. When I'm on screen share, I can't see that main menu. And so from here, I've copied that over. I'm not going to post this because I don't have a business. I'm not on my business page and I don't have one. So I don't have license number or anything like that, but well, I don't even really need it. So we just post to Facebook, sharing in my news feed. That's it.
Oh, yeah, but we need to put always the broker first, then the name and the license number.
Mhm, yes.
But I
Yeah.
don't see other people doing that. I feel so stupid that
Well-
on my post always like,
I can tell you, even if they don't do it, the division watches this stuff.
Yeah.
So you don't want to just think, well,
Right.
because they didn't catch so-and-so, who I happen to be friends with out of like 18,000 realtors, that they're not going to catch you. And like I said, I know they have, because they've called on Roosevelt on some of his ads that didn't have, that you had to click more info to get
Really?
down to.
They actually called.
Mhm.
oh,
Wow.
Yeah. And that was right at the beginning where they were giving you a notice, a courtesy to change it. I don't know that there's a courtesy to correct it now. It's a
Just a
fine.
fine.
Mhm. Yeah.
but I do it all the time. I just feel like he's just so
That's,
extra.
well, and that's why it's nice if you just put it in your name. That way it shows up,
Like where?
like how your name reads on Facebook. But we're not going to get into that right now. We're going to move on to
Okay, sorry.
the list reports. We're going to keep it on there. So that's pretty much it with the shareables. Like I said, it's just something fun that you don't have to think about what I want to post. I can just go on here, grab something once a day, and be done with it. And like I said, that one goes right to Facebook, but if you keep scrolling down, they have questions about if you want to post Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. There are also videos throughout here as well that you can play, for training purposes. And
Where did you go to the Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn? Because mine is not connected to Instagram and LinkedIn.
it just says at the bottom, if you have questions on how to post shareables.
And ma'am, just, I know, when would you want to use something like this?
I would want to use it, like you said, they do these daily at noon. So if you set a reminder on your phone, whether it's as soon as they come out or once you're home, you want to sit down and do it at 6 o'clock in the evening, you can just share this on Facebook. That way, once a day, your friends are seeing your face and what you're posting. You're just keeping a social presence.
There's people that log into Facebook every day.
Most people log into Facebook
People who
every
never
10 minutes.
log out.
Yeah.
I would recommend
Never.
watching The Social Dilemma
Never
if you want to
log
see
out.
something kind of freaky about social media.
Every day.
Yes. Okay. The next thing I wanted to go into is list packs. I skipped over marketing kits because that's going to be the biggest chunk of what we're going to focus on. Most of the features on here are geared more toward sellers and potential listings, but list packs is kind of a fun feature for buyers. And this is, okay, get all these notifications. I swear I was in here yesterday. This is not the first time I'm looking at it. McKinley. So I went in and created a search in the Southwest. So like I said, this is something nice for if you have buyers that you want to prepare something for. You can go in and create a property search.
So this is tied to the MLS?
Mhm.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
I never use this for buyers.
I'm sorry?
I never use this for buyers. I must have missed out.
Yeah, I think because it says list pack, you assume that it's something for listings, but it's not. So this one, I went in.
Now, what's the lightning bolt, for lack of a better term? The little zip? What is that? Is that?
I don't know if it's just because
Yeah,
it's
it's got that
a
little-
live feature.
Oh, okay. Or is it the beta, or I don't know. I just,
Honestly, I'm not sure.
okay, no worries, sorry.
I guess we will
Just, you
find
know,
that
I
out.
will
If
be
it is,
asking
yeah,
those weird
that's
questions.
okay. I'm
I'm
kind of
done.
curious.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
also
wow.
where you go to create the new list pack. So that may be another reason.
Okay,
So if I wanted to create a new search for someone, like I said, I made this one yesterday, you just go to create new. You can name it. So if it's for a specific buyer. So this one, name Carmen. You can select a cover image if you want to, whether it's our logo, how you want to present it. If you click on here, it'll bring up some kind of cool home features. So if we just want to select this guy, just click on it, save. Now that's going to be the front of our list pack. Description, just kind of a basic, what Carmen's looking for. Carmen wants to live in the Southwest under 350.
Absolutely. And the 250.
It defaults to Las Vegas, but if you wanted to do a specific zip code, we can add that. In this part, it's basically like an MLS search. You're just putting in what criteria this client wants. So if we were looking from 325 to 475, spend.
All this is under list reports.
It is. You can select single story, lot size, year built, all that fun stuff. Single family, go all the way down to the bottom. If you wanted to turn on schools that are rated over an 8, I'm not sure where they're pulling that from. You're right. It's going to be slim pickings on here. If they had open houses that were coming up, these are all features that they're defaulted on off. But if you were preparing something for someone this weekend and you only wanted to go to where they were doing open houses, you could turn that on. Homes that have virtual tours, specific amenities if they wanted a swimming pool. And once you put in all that information, you create your list pack.
Ma'am? Question,
Yes.
could I do this instead of the drip that I've been doing?
I don't believe this is going to continuously.
And this is a
Update.
one-time only thing.
Honestly, that I would have to check into. It's not going to take the place of a search.
Okay.
This is something that you're preparing for them. I'm meeting
That
you.
was the
Yeah,
question I
So this
had.
might be like part of your customer onboarding.
right. Like that initial meeting where you're
Initial,
going
okay.
over your kind of buyer profile, maybe the first time you're meeting them, even if it's the homes you're going to see, you know, this is what I've prepared. Or what you can also do, it's not just for an individual, if you wanted to share this on social media. So if you were in McKinley, like if you're in the Northwest and you wanted to share what's available around you, you could set up a search for Northwest homes and share it on social media. Anyone looking to move to Northwest Las Vegas or, you know, Summerlin, anything like that. So it's an extra tool to have that social media presence. So you can either share it on Facebook, email,
Twisted.
and we can preview. So we had 5 listings that came through in our search.
This is a nice tool.
We can view our
Got the
home.
logo up there.
We talked about that already. I messed up and that's supposed to be my picture.
Oh, I like info McKinley.
That's exactly why I did it. So we had 5 homes that were in our search and they're pulling right from MLS. These are the 5. You can click on them, do a 3D tour. All the pictures are on here. It's pulling our price, an estimated mortgage, house details, the description, what schools.
Look at this.
Mhm.
Imrod's name is up there.
Yes, and I do believe he had mentioned at a meeting, there's a way if you don't want it co-branded with him, even though he is
I think that's-
providing
I
this
think
to us,
that's great. No, I would-
that you can remove it.
No, I would want that.
Yeah, so like I said, you know, it doesn't necessarily take the place of an MLS search, but rather it's for a specific buyer or something that you want to post on your social media. It's just a cool feature.
Very much so.
I was really shocked going through this. There were a few things that we had touched on in previous meetings, but things that I didn't even realize were on here that I think are very, very beneficial. So any questions on list packs?
Did you put 350 and under? Because I don't get anything.
No, I think I did like 425 to
Oh, okay.
470. Oh no,
That's how I was like, how did you get all these beautiful homes?
or I maybe did 350 to 475.
Okay.
Yes.
It's a weak code.
And through here, this one, we're not really going to do. Member benefits, just to quickly touch on this one, these are some of the features that are not free. It is an additional charge. So pad styler, that's what I went over in one of the meetings
Oh,
with.
that was a virtual staging.
Yes, that's the virtual staging.
Had house, crib.
Yes. And it is cool. Bill, I think you were maybe the only one here for that. So we can look at that quickly just to see the difference between those. Let's see if I can add a new screen.
Hey, Priscilla Perkins. She did such a great job yesterday. You would have been proud. Driftwood Tide. I know, Driftwood.
Okay. So just a couple things. Like I said, we did share this in the meeting, but Kathy had a listing that was vacant, very large house. And she just felt like it needed, in those pictures, people weren't seeing the potential of what could be in there. So she looked into several different virtual staging companies, and when she saw this feature on list reports, took advantage of it. I don't know the exact number, but it was a significant, I want to say like under $200.
Well, I saw a 48% discount.
Yeah.
So
It was a good chunk of change that she saved. And
That's virtual staging?
so you can see I did the before and after. They didn't do a ton of stuff. They put like some flowers in the background, some chairs and plates, and they were very easy to go back and forth with. Initially, they had like the bar style chairs, and from Kathy being in this house, she knew that's not how this is set up. It's more like a table. So I don't want the chairs to look like it's a high table.
yeah.
So they made those changes for her. I don't believe there was an additional charge. They were quick to get back the revised pictures.
No, can you actually play with the color? Because the cabinets in the before are much richer than the cabinets in the after.
They are.
I don't
Yeah,
think they
I
did
mean-
that because these are both our virtual tour pictures.
You see that, you see how one is almost like a mahogany. It's rich in color and the other is much lighter. You don't see it?
That maybe,
No, sorry, no, kitchen and bath store.
Can you see?
I'm not sure if it looks
You see
like
it?
because they
Yeah.
changed the angles,
Yeah,
that
that's
that's
right.
where it's coming
Yeah.
from.
This, I was just wondering.
And honestly, even from what I'm seeing on my computer, I see more of a glare on the cabinet. So it might just be the connection between
Between, okay. very
these
good,
devices as well.
Very good, okay, thank you.
Yeah, and this was one in particular. It seems like a minor detail, just a wet bar area. They just put a ton of stuff out here, flowers, random things, champagne, strawberries, Kleenex. It was a lot. So they remove items for you. Just a fun thing if you do have a vacant space that you feel like if people can't imagine what their stuff would look like in there.
Yeah, I've $35 a picture is what I've seen.
Wow.
As a price before.
Yeah, and I think she did 8 pictures. So
Okay.
again, it's not a free feature, but it is something useful to know that you do have at your disposal if you happen to have a listing like that. And this one, it's not significant. They put pool furniture around it. It's, just a little, makes it look lived in.
Oh, sure.
So I'm not going to belabor that much more. I just wanted to let you know it was there. And we will move on. So that is under your member benefits.
No, what's instant videos? I mean, I don't want to beat that up, but you don't know about that. $7 seems pretty inexpensive.
This, I am not sure what this would be, acquire competitive advantage. Video
now?
content.
Video on demand?
So I guess this would be easy solution.
Are they just taking your
That's
pictures?
an easy solution to market and a list.
It sounds like it's just making a video out of.
Stitching your pictures together? Okay, because that says for $7. I'm like, I won't even go. I wouldn't show up for $7.
Right.
You know? So, okay,
This is $7 to make a video.
to make it, that's what I was saying. It just seems really inexpensive. But
I
if
don't-
it's just taking pictures and blending them together, even then still.
Yeah,
It's actually not bad, right?
No, it's not bad at
Because
all.
then you can use it for Facebook promo.
Yeah.
right. I'm not sure if it's an actual
Can you-
like
can you just
virtual
click on that for
tour.
just 2
But
seconds, just so we
hold
can
on,
see?
because Dave can make that for free.
Helps you find a place you'll feel right at home in. This video is brought to you by your real estate agent, Jamie. This home is a great choice for those looking for comfort, convenience,
$7?
and the privacy of their own home.
Wow.
And it's located in the Houston area. Currently listed at just over $400,000.
So it's a little more of an interactive virtual tour, giving those facts about your home. That's
So they talk too? They do the talking?
That's what I mean. And voiceover as well?
Right.
The voiceover?
I haven't played around on this, so I'm not sure if you have to type in the text and then it's someone saying it. I don't know how that part would work.
Yeah.
Let's go back to what you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that is something fun. It's not just going to be your picture stitched together. It is more interactive.
Yeah, no, it just, I will look into that, because that just. for
That is-
$7,
And again,
that's-
anything extra to put on social media, whether it's sharing it there, if you have a YouTube channel, anything like that.
I mean, this is so professional,
I should make a YouTube channel.
yes. It's not easy it's not hard to make. It's just,
My son
it's a
has
lot of
one.
work to keep it up.
My son
I
has
think
one.
that's what we're going to do for, that's one of the things in the running for these links, because we have been recording the classes now and it's just kind of an issue. Do we blast them out to everyone through email? Do we try and create a place where you can log in and watch them again? So hopefully, I think Michael's going to help me with that. And we're leaning toward YouTube.
YouTube, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so this is where I think you will have the most benefit in what List Reports is used most for. This is what Kevin and Michael have both talked about, and that is our marketing kits.
Oh. Yeah, I love the marketing.
Yes. So these are, of course, I created several of them last night.
On your own time?
I did. But now I'm just trying to figure out how to get back in there.
Yeah.
It shows what I've created.
I think
But
we had a drink in front of you. so
what
it's
if-
like-
We forgot the cocktail. I
Oh,
still have
it's
a
because
bottle of
Deb was
champagne
covering
for
it. Deb, your screen was right in front of my new marketing kit. Like, where is this?
Well,
Okay, so this is what you would see when you go into the marketing kits tab. Now, obviously, the first time you log in, you won't see these three down here. But if you wanted to make a new marketing kit, you're just going to click there, and it's going to prompt you through whether it's a listing you currently have, if it's a FSBO, pre-listing, listing appointment, anything like that. So you just fill out, you go through here. I think this is her address. It will start to auto-populate. So this is a listing in our office. This is Carla's. It's an active listing. That's all we need in there. There's no apartment, no URL. Just put in this information. I actually think this one's 6. And I think that's right. You can copy this directly from MLS, so you have a property description, or obviously if you've never seen the house, you're not going to be able to fill that part out. It'd be some pretty basic information.
Oh, what
like
I
a
do
one
then, I
sentence.
go to, I'm sorry, I hope you don't mind. I go to the old listing and then I just, try to copy some little things that could still be true from there. Or maybe the whole thing, and then I just tell them, this is, what I saw from your old listing. I don't know if you changed anything, blah, 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 blah.
That works.
It's another reason to get in the house.
That's right. So from optional photos, it will pull,
What do they call it? Hero image.
I know, that's our main shot there. I'm wondering if I didn't,
The money shot, right? Exactly. This one's gonna make you a hero.
now it will pull, when I was on this yesterday, and I may have the address wrong, let me just confirm that, because I know that she has almost 40 pictures on there, and it actually said there are 39 pictures. It'll ask if you want them to select your pictures, or if you
Really?
want to, and that's why I was off a number.
I had to copy paste.
Copy, paste. Oh.
Okay,
Wow.
so
Boom.
yes,
Wow.
because I had that number wrong, it pulled this right from the comments in MLS. That's what she has on there.
Yeah, corrected you 625 to 695, 5,000 to 5.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, so just like that, it pulls. And now we're up to 39 pictures.
Hold on, how did you do that? I'm sorry.
Because I had the address wrong, and it's one of our listings currently in MLS.
Oh, that's why it was, because it's our listing.
Yes.
Not from all listings, right? Because I've been,
No, if you searched any listing, it's not just because it's ours.
mine doesn't do that.
If it's currently listed, it's not going to pull a FSBO. This is an
Oh,
MLS.
No, but, okay, if it's an old listing, it's not gonna put it, only if it's current. So it only works for buyers, not for sell, for if you try to get a listing.
You can still input this information though.
Yeah.
It's just not going to pull
Yeah, that
automatically.
sounds-
It's not like it's pulling from the tax
'Cause that
record.
would save a lot of time. But I see.
And then it has access to our pictures. So even though we're not seeing a preview over here, if you trust the 39 pictures that they're saying they have, they will pull them on their own.
To the left, to the left. No? Okay.
Put it on speaker and take the call now.
See, she knows.
If you weren't pulling from MLS, if this was a FSBO and you had some old pictures, or you just wanted to snip the main picture from like Google, you can do that too. But we're gonna trust these pictures, and so we're not gonna do any more here. If we go down to customize,
Everybody's doing it now.
this is an office call going around. Are you guys texting about me?
Mhm.
If there were an open house, you could add that information. If you wanted to change the color scheme, we can do that.
Color. Well, do we have official office colors?
Technically, it's green and orange.
Okay.
I think people have kind of gotten away from that for their personal preferences.
Okay.
I know Dave Toro has kind of done like silver and black. I know Dave and Kevin, their cards are silver and black. So it's not,
Jackson Lee. they're
Jackson
black.
Lee went black and red and white.
I'm
Okay.
all red and black.
So we're not contractually obligated.
You are not,
Okay.
no.
Even though-
I'm just old school green and white, but you can do it.
Thank you. Mine.
That's right. It's my school colors.
Where's that? Viking?
No,
It's a
it's Spartan.
Spartan.
Oh,
And then you just submit.
oh, yeah.
We're going to let them choose for me the pictures, and then we'll get the report faster. So if you wanted to add your own pictures on there, you would have to download them like to a file on the scans drive and then upload them on there.
I just download them to photos, because I have.
It's like, that was one I already made. I did these just to see if there was a difference between active listing, listing sold, FSBO. There's not really even though you're selecting a different title, all the options are the same. So if we go to view,
Yeah.
this is all the same for them. It's just what field you're selecting, what kind of theme. So at the very top, we can download all, which will download into a compressed file all of this material that has a little magnifying glass over here. It's a huge file.
Yeah.
So instead of doing that, you can just kind of cherry pick what you want to view, what you want to print out. If you were using this for an active listing and you wanted flyers for the flyer box, if you wanted to do open house flyer, you can view that.
So you can actually order and they will print the flyer for you and ship it to you? Or is that when they say order?
You can do that, and I saw that feature on here, but I don't know why you wouldn't just download here and just print this out directly.
Yeah. Well, I guess maybe if you were,
I don't know if you could do like the construction style paper, or if that's going to be the difference is like a glossy paper versus printer paper.
right,
It makes more sense with like doing the postcards, but I did see that for the flyers too.
and I guess it kind of matter about cost. I mean, if it's tempting to copy, then
Right.
I'll let you do it.
Yes.
Is that how David has been doing the flyers for open house?
No, I do the ones in Publisher, and then the ones that Dave has done with like the more cardboard style, like big postcard, that's through FA Print. That's through a First American service.
From now on, I don't have to bug David to do my open house flyers because I can do them here.
You can, and what's nice here is more than just, okay, this is what a general open house flyer would look like. You have your picture of the front of the house, how many bedrooms, bathrooms. Like I said, this is what List Reports pulled for us for their pictures. If we wanted to swap them out, we can do that when we're in like the listing file, like Volvo is this one. So if I were in there to edit, I could put my own pictures. And this is where it's different from an open house flyer that like Dave or I would create. It goes into this info with how close it is to various, cleaners, gyms, schools in your area, how they're rated, outdoor activities, food reports.
Can you opt out of any of those inclusions?
Yeah, what if the school's not that great?
If we didn't want to
Say
brag
that.
about
I'll
it.
say it.
I mean, it does say
I don't
edit.
mean anything.
It does
What
say
if the
edit
school's
report.
no
Let's
good?
see.
Why
Right,
would you
exactly.
put that
So
in?
it says like a 4.
What's the
That
bad
could
school
be a
here?
deal breaker.
How you know if a school does?
So actually you can, if I go
Okay.
back here,
Yeah.
this is, it just needs to reload. Okay, so we are looking at open house flyer. If you go to edit report, it takes you to this page where you can edit your marketing kit. Under infographics, you can remove school ratings, remove school information, update school information, remove it totally.
And that was under edit?
Yes, so when you're looking at the flyer on the left-hand side, there's,
It's under marketing kit.
Thank you.
and this feature was, I don't think it has been mentioned yet, and it seems like a huge deal to me. I don't know if I'm overthinking it or maybe no one else will be that interested in it, but this code right here, if you put this on, if this is how you print it out from here, and this is why I said it was so important to make sure that you have your phone number updated so it's not the office. If you have this out in a flyer box or you hand it out in an open house and a customer texts this information to this number, you get that notification.
Do you get their information?
So
Or
this
just
is-
notification?
This is how it came through to me because I tested it on myself to see what it would look like as someone texting it. So my initial text was just to the 1-800 number, and that code, the short code is what they call it. What I get as a customer is a text back that says, here's the property website for the address, and then it has a link on here.
Okay.
as an agent, I get a text that says, "Hi Carrie, a new lead has texted a list reports short code for 7320 Falvo Ave. Call them at," and then my phone number comes up. So where I texted from, I have that in my phone now to call up this potential client
At their phone.
You
number.
get
at
their
their phone
number?
number. Mhm.
That's,
Angie.
Yes.
wow.
You
And-
get their phone number.
And the next kind of to piggyback on that, not cutting this part short, but it goes hand in hand with it. So if someone does that and you go into my leads over here, there it is, prospective buyer, the date they were added, what short code they used, so you know what property it is. And I can go in and edit it. I can change their name once I find out who it is, if they have an email address they want to provide. So it's not a total CRM. It's not setting up a drip campaign to keep in touch with them, but it is a place where it's saving,
It's capturing.
it's capturing.
So they could have actually included their email address, or would have captured their email address if they requested the information?
They don't, if they're texting to that code, it's only providing the phone number that they
Okay.
texted
Okay.
from. Yeah, it's not a platform like that where it's getting their email.
Yeah, little data mining.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
But it's still amazing for a free thing to have that
Oh my
capture
gosh, yeah.
system. And that was on an open house, but you could put that on, you can create for sale, listing. Yes. So the options in here, I'm gonna delete this because that was the one we tested.
I love that, because if you, because you said you can actually share this to your social media.
You
right?
can. So if we
And
go,
So if somebody else shares it.
It's
and
still
they
tied
look it up,
to you.
then,
Mhm.
wow, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so we have promotional flyer. We went over the virtual staging, infographics. That's what we were talking about, those maps.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Can
I'm
two
allergic to my perfume.
people use the
No,
same
yeah.
property?
I'm allergic to everything.
Do you know what I
Don't
mean?
think so.
Yeah.
Because
Like where you would
I'm
both be
allergic to
tied
how
to
do
it.
you, how do you know
And I get this.
who has
hives.
that property? You know what I mean?
Okay, I see what you're
Does it
saying.
block you? Does it,
Hopefully. the bank
does
No.
it
account.
say
So-
it's not
If
available?
I had her
No.
bank account.
I see what you're saying. I was
Yeah,
thinking
I
like,
would
could you
do
both
that.
share?
No.
So- It's based on who's logged in. So I'm logged in as myself right now. If
Okay.
Angie's logged in or Bill is logged in, you're going to get those notifications. That would be a different short code. That's not, the same short code isn't going out to everyone.
Okay, so it's individual.
Yes.
Okay. But we can still use the same property for.
Oh, yeah, you
propaganda
can create a
But
marketing
just-
kit for that. Mhm.
On the same particular property,
Yep.
but it's just, we're gonna get our own code. Gotcha. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, so we already went over that, can be part of your flyer. That's just the infographics on its own and not part of an open house flyer. I think, Carmen, you were asking Dave about this. There's an open house sign-in sheet. So I know the iPad and having that digital login is great, but if you did want just an old school sign-in, you can
Oh.
also print that out on here.
It's awesome.
And these are all under, like I said, when you're viewing your marketing kit. So that's for the most popular. It goes into if it's an active listing.
What's this property website? That's if you were actually creating a website just for the marketing of the property.
I believe this creates a website for this listing.
Then you,
Oh, wow.
and a
And you
URL?
can share it on Facebook. Mhm.
Is it different?
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So I've been doing all this work
Normally
with
you have to
copy
pay
and
for it.
pasting and all
What's the
this,
difference between
when
website
we
and
had
URL?
all this short.
Oh, well, the
For
website
days
is the
and
actual
months.
information,
Um,
URL.
We
leads
told you
it,
guys to
but
play
then it
around
leads
on there. I was shocked at some of
Because
it.
it's just the
I didn't know
information,
that.
it doesn't live in.
I just signed you up for it
It's
yesterday.
like a photo.
one-on-one.
But you take that
Some
photo and
just
once you
like
post it, now it lives.
I
somewhere.
I
But
just need
if they're providing a
someone to sit
hosting
down with me.
essentially for it,
If you want,
then
we can
everybody
sit
can go
together
look
and
at
I
it.
can
and
help
you
you
don't pay
with what I
for it. If
know.
you go to GoDaddy, it's
The
gonna cost you
basic stuff,
$8
Yeah,
a
because
month.
and then, you know, and then we
Yeah,
book.
so we have
Carrie or
those.
Dave.
So some of these are repeats going from most popular into active, but it goes even further for listing presentations. You can print specific items, again, like infographics, that's going to be the same as it was in listings. You have neighborhood reports. You can buy sign writers, which would also have
Can you
that,
show one of those?
What's that?
the sign writer.
Yeah, what is that?
Yes. So if you did that, it also has that short code on there that people can text.
So then you would just have that printed and you could attach it right to your yard sign?
But it is going to be specific to the property. I believe that there is a way to pay for it. I think it's one of the membership features that is an add-on that you can pay for one phone number that is just directed to you versus like this text code being specific to the property. I'm not 100% sure
Okay.
of that.
Okay.
What's
It
the cost?
could, I
Either
don't
Okay,
know.
can you click on order just to see what?
How much is the membership?
She doesn't know.
Oh,
So there are reusable sign writers or single use. So single
Oh,
use would
God.
be for one listing
$30
in
compared to
particular.
Yeah,
40. I'd go for the $40 one, right?
Right,
It's unlimited, that one.
right. This one could move from property to property.
Okay. And those are just flyers, yeah?
No, that's a sign writer.
it
So it's
comes
usually
in
like
mail?
a coroplast, like
Yeah.
that plasticky cardboard
Weatherproof,
material.
weatherproof
Oh,
material.
they send it to you in mail, right?
I believe so. I haven't ordered anything from here, but I would assume
Yeah.
that that's how you would get it.
I would think so. I mean,
But
Is that the thing that goes on top of your thing that says first?
It either on some of the signs, they'll slide into the top. On other ones, they have the grommets on the bottom that hook into it.
look into it, yeah.
But it is
So-
like, it's about usually like that big.
Okay, so
that just
you could
hangs.
probably do that for generic for all of your homes, or is it specific to the property?
It depends on what sign you purchase.
So like, for example, that one.
This one is specific to this property.
Okay, is there one specific to my phone number?
That is the reusable.
Oh, okay.
So if you went into order,
Uh-huh.
that's reusable. So you would fill out this information. It's not going to say text to dream home. I would imagine you would select something, how you want it to go through.
Click
Would
on-
it,
click
now,
on,
would
like,
we
the
have
next
to have our
picture.
broker's name
Click
on
on
that
it.
little sign?
You would have to have our logo, I would think, unless
Yeah,
I'm,
because I don't want to be I would need to be within compliance with real estate stuff.
although if it's
Do you know what I
attached to
mean?
our sign and our sign is hanging with the logo, then I
Then
don't
you're
think that
covered.
this would
It should be
specifically.
okay,
Consider
okay.
one.
Right.
And I'm sorry, Bill, did you want me to go
Yeah, if you
through?
could just click, no,
Sorry.
just click on one of the pictures.
Yes, you can select a
Like
variety of
that
color
helps?
palettes.
All those choices help you? Sorry,
Just to see the different things.
I just wanted to see if, because it's a reusable one, if they showed something
Right.
a little bit different than yours.
yes.
Yeah, and like I said, I would recommend, just playing on there. There are a ton of features. I kind of wanted to pick the ones that I thought would be most useful.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, I love it. This is,
And
I wonder, are you able to change the colors too, or no?
they did say there was a color
I
palette
saw
on there.
that. Yeah, they said you could. What's wrong with the color?
I got,
Really?
for my signage, I did silver, black, and baby blue
And they got a
To-
patch?
to sprinkle
Well, if you
it.
like them to.
Yeah, I do.
You can also do postcards. Again, as far as cost, I'm not sure
There's our
that
postcards, Carmen.
it's cheaper than FA print, but it is an option.
Wow.
And when you go into the postcards, it's not just listing. If you wanted to do just sold, find out what's available in your neighborhood. I'm not sure how the cost compares to FA print. That may still be the best bet, but it's a feature on here, just so you know it's
Where does it
there.
say Prince?
That is through First American, and
I heard of them. First
yeah.
American Title?
Yeah.
Like, also, it's just a service they provide. to
right, so you can either do,
themselves.
you can either do like some preset templates, or if you are very nice to Dave, he'll sit down with you, and if you'll, as long as you come in with some ideas and you have a general kind of concept of what you want to do, he can play around with customizing
Okay.
a postcard to send out.
Okay.
So whether
And
it's,
then what's the cost associated? I mean, obviously the printing of it would have some cost, but.
I believe if you just print it and you plan on door knocking, I want to say, and don't hold me to it, I think it's only like 13 cents or something.
Yeah,
It's,
that sounds
Oh,
about
really?
right. That sounds about
Mhm.
right.
and
Or
with,
if you mail it, it's like 50.
it goes up. And the cool thing is if you do just the door knocker ones, there's no set amount that you have to order. It's not like,
Oh, so you don't have
there's
a
no minimum,
There's
yes.
no- That's where you're.
Oh,
Yeah.
but if you mail, there is a minimum.
I think there is for various programs
Yeah.
through FA Print. It's if you want them going to a specific neighborhood, I think they already have to be wrapped in like
Yeah.
piles of 50 or something
Yeah, I
like
think
that.
50 is the
Mhm.
minimum for both.
And just, I know that was where I wanted to spend the most time. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything.
I have a question.
Yes.
The Spanish Hill, Mr. Antos called me in the morning. He seems to get very motivated now to sell. Can I put on the next flyer when we do open house, if we do any very motivated seller now? Because I'm going back and forth on this with very motivated seller. Is that allowed? Is that not allowed?
I mean,
Because he's getting motivated now.
you see it a lot. I don't love to hear motivated seller because I feel like you're showing your hand a little. Like, can I come in with a lowball offer because
Right.
I'm
Well,
saying that
we're
it's a
not the
motivated
list- We're
seller.
not the listings agent. We're looking for the buyers because he didn't let me transfer the listing.
Right.
remember? So,
That guy's.
I mean,
I don't know that there's necessarily any violations if you say that. It's just, like I said, it's kind of showing your hand a little bit if you're putting
well, at
motivated seller.
975,000, and no
Can we
upgrades
do
and
quick sell? Something quick.
it's a short sale,
Yeah, so that's not gonna be
Short
quick.
sell is totally different though. That's bank owned.
right?
You can't say short sell because that they still own the property. So when my first year of real estate was all short sale. But I don't know, how would you market that, Carrie?
That it's a short sale?
He's
No,
getting
it's not a
desperate.
short
He's
sale.
going towards,
He wants to
the
sell.
end.
quick.
Yeah, well, he's gonna go in foreclosure soon.
Yeah, but it's
Oh.
not there yet.
Yeah,
It's
so
not there
now,
yet.
now he's getting motivated,
Yeah, so then
You know
you
when we
might put
did-
motivated seller or, bring all offers.
Yeah,
Okay.
something like
Accepting
that.
all offers
Yeah,
Not
except,
accepting.
or no, but
You know,
Not
all
accepting.
offers considered, and he can always reject them, but
right. That might be a little better language than saying motivate, is that,
But accepting is like, how can we guarantee that they?
or entertaining,
Mhm.
entertaining,
there's good, that's a good word.
Entertaining is a good
yeah.
word. Yeah, he called me this morning. He's going to, the desperation of, remember when we did open houses and I told him.
Just
to lower the
one
price and
final
he was
thing,
like,
just so that you're aware, obviously, we couldn't cover everything on here. There's a massive amount of information. But if you, in your free time, if you do want to go to resources, they have tutorials on there. They have webinars that you can register for, tutorials that you can watch. So I tried to click on this and I don't know if it was my internet at home. It just, okay. It's already doing more than it did for me. So it goes through how to create list report, how to edit your reports. I mean, several videos on here.
And this is from Mike Rodriguez, you said?
It is.
Wow.
So if we have any questions, should we call him?
I know that they're very helpful. Like once you sign up for it and register, which both of you should have your emails now, list reports will reach out to you directly. I've received a couple phone calls after I signed up asking if I had any questions. So they're very helpful.
So we're not creating a liable situation for him because he's allowing us to use it, right?
Right.
So there's no problem with us.
No, he wanted to share this. He gave
Okay,
me his
okay,
login information
Okay.
so that
just
I could
was-
add
and
everyone.
I mean, for lack of a better term, it's legitimate. We are not gonna put him in harm's
No,
way.
No, not at
That's
all.
I just wanna make sure.
Okay. Deb, I'm gonna turn this off now. Bye, it was good to see you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
This question.